My name is Daniel Nilsen, and I'll be explaining to you some of the concepts of anonymous access to information online. In addition to discussing the technical aspects of it and some of the data, I'll also be speaking about some of the impacts it has on society and culture, as well as the benefits or harmful effects it may have. Before I get into the subject itself, allow me to first address the website I've created along with some of the images, and how to navigate through it. Right here you can see my HTML page. This one in particular is from my index page. I've written this entire page in HTML code, which means I've specifically told the website how to be formatted, how the words should appear, and the layout. To make stylistic changes, such as the colors of the website, I've edited the style.css page, which can be seen right here. As you can see with some of these things such as button and footer, it allows me to edit certain functions of the website as well and create buttons on the pages to navigate through the site. Allow me to show an example. As you can see here, I can click on next section and it'll move me to the next page. I've also incorporated this with my image, such as my banner, as you can see at the top here. If I click on my banner, it will navigate me back to my home page. The images on this site are either taken from web searches or made by myself, edited through the image editing website known as Pixlr, which I use to alter the sizes of the website and of the images to my website, and to create layers of them to adjust the images, with the exception of the GIF, which can be seen here, which I used images that I edited in Pixlr, such as my logo and the banner, and I've altered them a bit and put them in EasyGIF, which sewed them together to make a GIF. The background image itself, which you can see here, was edited in MS Paint, as it was simple enough to put together there. Now with that out of the way, let's address the site itself, starting with the first page, which can be navigated through next section or by clicking the links here. Now, question A starts off by asking to indicate the name of the innovation and provide a clear description of its intended purpose. As you can see, the idea can be referred to as accessing information on the internet anonymously. What this means is to have the ability to consume data through the internet without things, be it a service or a website, knowing who's consuming the information. This can be done in order to do things such as hide from trackers, which could be advertisers or government programs or things like that, or access websites which would normally be blocked. We'll get into that a little bit more in the technical aspects page. Just to explain a little bit, this image here is a internet meme character called Anon, who represents this idea of being unknown. Here is a video I have recorded with my camera, edited with Adobe Premiere Elements 11, and uploaded it to YouTube. It briefly addresses the idea of anonymous access to information online, taking in some opinions of peers, and in addition, showing off one brief example of how you can access information anonymously. Allow me to play it.
We need anonymous access to the internet because the government is tracking us through the internet, and I don't like that.
Anonymous access to the internet is good because I can look up the arsonist cookbook without the government knowing about it.
And now I will briefly show you one way you can browse the internet anonymously. Right here you can see a program called Ghostry I use on my computer. On a website, it'll block any number of trackers that are tracking me on said website. As you can see, there are 5 websites tracking me on this website, and by using Ghostry, I block them. Therefore, I access this information anonymously. Alright, let's move on to the next section. This next section being impacts and effects. Question B asks for some beneficial and harmful effects. A benefit, as mentioned prior, would be that being anonymous means you can hide from online trackers such as advertisers who look out to record user data. A harmful effect would possibly be the online disinhibition effect, which means that people can act ruder online when they feel people do not know who they are. A bit of a social release, so to say. Moving on, question C asks for an impact on society, and I present two. First off, allow me to address the graph. This graph was taken from a survey done through Google Survey, with the question being how much 20 college students think anonymous access to the internet has impacted society. As you can see, we have 3 responses saying 2, that it has little impact on society, 6 people saying that it has medium, 6 people again saying that it has a high impact, and 5 people saying it has very high impact on society. What this means is that a total of 85% of students think that it has some form of impact ranging from medium to large. Another impact on society would definitely be the creation of the hacktivist group called Anonymous, which seeks to fight things such as online censorship through anonymous means. Moving along, we have question D, which asks what other fields aside from computer science is impacted by anonymous access to information online, and one example of that would be social interactions, as anonymous chat groups are becoming more and more popular online. Such examples would be Omegle, which pairs up users with strangers, or anonymous image boards such as 4chan, or in Japan, 2channel. The next page we have is the technical aspects. Question E requests an explanation of how a user would interact with the innovation, and the easiest way to explain this would be to talk about this chart you can see here. Say you wish to access a website, a destination, but for whatever reason you cannot. We'll say that a school blocks the website. The reason the website is blocked is because your IP address will deny access to the specific website IP address. Now, the way around this is by accessing a proxy, which will alter your IP address. And that way, the website will see the altered IP address, and you yourself will have access to the website through a different IP, as that it would appear to the destination site. Now, this is only one way of many to be anonymous using a proxy. There are many more ways which are explained in the video embedded here, which you can take the time to watch on another day. Now, question F asks for a connection of one of the big ideas, and the easiest one to connect it to would certainly be the internet itself, because in a nutshell, you would definitely need the internet in order to access information in the first place, as you can't do this kind of stuff, such as accessing proxies, offline anyway. On to the next section. Here we have the final page of questions, relationship data. Question G is asking for how data is consumed, produced, or transformed, and I can connect this back to question E on the previous page. If you recall, information such as the IP address is transformed in order to hide the user, making it difficult to track it back to them, in addition to allowing them access to it. This information is consumed in such a way that also blocks trackers from discovering who is consuming this specific information. Finally, we have question H, which is rather difficult to answer in this case. The reason it's tricky is because none of these concerns really apply to anonymous access, that being the concern of data storage, a concern of data privacy, or a concern of data security. The reason that data storage shouldn't be a concern is that proxies are accessed online, so storage isn't a problem as it's accessed through the internet and not through your own device. Or programs that you have saved onto your computer will help block things such as cookies on your device, which will actually save you storage. And data privacy and security aren't real concerns when it comes to anonymous access to information online, because if you have concerns of your personal private information being exposed, then you have failed to be anonymous on the internet, as anonymous means being unknown. So if your information is exposed or your privacy is exposed, therefore you have failed being anonymous on the internet. So these concerns really can't apply in this case. Finally, we have my references page, as you can see here. I've used several of these websites roughly equally, so it's hard to pull out one that I've used the most. If I had to say, I might use this one the top 100 free proxy sites, free proxy server list 2014, which explains the ideas of proxies and how they work a bit. If I click on it, it can direct you to the website itself. As you can see, this is where I pulled my information of how proxies work in a basic way, and you can even see the chart I used from the previous page. This is where it originated from. Thank you for watching this video lecture regarding anonymous access to information on the internet. Have a pleasant day. For more information, please visit my site at http://donilsen.vps.cs.uri.edu/. Thank you.